Hello, this is Dr. Trava. I've created a short video on YouTube in order to help you manipulate your Planmeca software. Once you get your disk, you'll put it into your disk drive of your computer. Once it starts to upload and you see the folder, the best thing to do is take the folder, copy it from your drive, and copy it to the hard drive of your computer. It will run faster here than from the disk drive on your computer. You go up to the folder, you will double left click. The folder will open. Okay. You'll go to the little Bluetooth where it says click to view. Double left click. Allow it for a second for the Planmeca viewing software to open. Planmeca has also included a user's guide, okay, in order to give you further instruction. Go to the patient that you're going to be viewing, which will be listed here, if there's only one on the CD. If there's multiple, they'll be all listed under here. Go to Start Viewer from CD. Click. Allow for a few seconds for it to open up. If your computer is older than 3 to 4 years, it will take a few more moments. Go up to your preview window. You will double left click. Allow it for a moment. Okay, here we go. Left click rotates your 3D module on your bottom right corner. The toggle wheel, okay, on your mouse allows you to go in and out in every window. Now, what I'd like to do is on the top right corner of my model, you'll hit the Start Rendering options, a little wrench, click, and it'll give you different rendering options. We're going to move down to Shade It, click, and then X out. Now, over here on the right, you can manipulate your model. Here we go. Now, left click allows you to rotate the model for viewing purposes. There's a little light bulb here, and then you'll left click, and as you can see, you can manipulate the shadowing. So we'll go back to our light bulb and left click that again. Okay, now let's learn how to manipulate our image, okay, so that maybe in case, let's say you want to place an implant. Study how to place an implant. So the first thing we'll do is go down to our bottom right corner and hit our axial plane. Let's make sure that is somewhere centered in our mandible. Let's look at the left side. Now let's show our sagittal plane because we want to get an idea of height of bone. Okay, so what I like to do is go up to the sagittal plane here, and let's move that over, get it kind of close as we see here. Now what we will do is we'll right click the axial window and line up our sagittal plane with the mandible. Left click here on the top right and slide that right over. Okay, now you can go up to the top left here and right click, and that will bring us more into the angle of the mandible, as we can see in our top right window in the sagittal view. Okay, there we go. Now, one thing you want to remember is that the top right here, the move and rotate volume button, is highlighted. That allows us to right click and move our different planes. When it's unhighlighted, okay, that will not work, and if you move, that'll cause planes to move in a certain section if you want to target an area. So let's go over and highlight that. Also, the toggle zoom button, as long as that is highlighted, you can move in and out with your toggle wheel. And your toggle overlay button shows your measurement lines. The one thing I like about Planmeca is that you can rotate images staying in one window by going up and down and rotating your images the second way. The one thing I also like of Planmeca is the software keeps getting better every few months, and the detail keeps improving. They do a lot of work on R&D. Okay, now let's go over to our panoramic tab and click. Okay, now let's go over to the right here and click the panoramic tab. Okay, now here is your sagittal line going through. Down here is your model. Let's toggle wheel out. Let's bring the axial section down to the center of the mandible. What you really want is your green line, your focal trough, going down the center of the mandible. Okay, so we will hit this panoramic line, and let's hit our different color focal planes here, like so. So what you'll do is after you hit your focal plane pencil, you can place that right down the center of the jaw, like so. Go back and click your pencil, and there's your focal trough going through the center of your mandible. You can go over here to the right, oops, see, I forgot myself. Make sure our move and rotate volume button is highlighted, and you can rotate that a little bit more, like so. And again, you can rotate in any window that you like. Now, from here, in case you don't like the way your focal line is, or you want to change it, go to your hand tool, and then you can move it to any other particular spot that you like. Click the hand tool, and it will change. Remember, this pan section is the green line going around. Let's go over to the left, double click our implant tab. Here we go. Now, left click, that allows us to manipulate here. Now, we'll go to the top here, and there's an implant tab. We'll click that, okay, to bring that down, that drop down list. We will go to our slider here, and let's move this over to the area we're thinking about putting an implant. Now, the nice thing here is there's a little wrench. From here, we can manipulate our slice thickness. Okay, you can show as many as 2 panes and increase that to as many as you desire. This here is your slice thickness. Okay, so we're going to study this area here. Done. Let's move that over a little bit. Let's go to our implant tab, add implant, and we drop it right here. Click. There you go. Now, from here we can manipulate this from any window. Left click, hold and rotate. Left click, slide down. Go to the top here. We can left click and bring that over if we so desire. On the axial window, we can turn it. Left clicks, slide it any which way we like. Okay. A lot of flexibility and easy to manipulate. Okay. Here you can store your implant library if you like. The Planmeca machine that I have in the office actually has an implant library of every implant out on the market. Now, let's say you want to trace to see where your mandibular nerve is. Go down to your nerve tab. Let's go down to our toggle switch here, and let's bring that down to the front of where the mandibular nerve is. Okay, now click the nerve pencil. I like to start outside the mental foramen and click, and you can follow it along. Just bring back our cross section. You can see the mandibular nerve. You don't have to drop one in every section. It will fill in as you go along. It couldn't be any more easier. There it is. There's see our little white button there. Let's put one right here. And again here. There's tools here to make your nerve thicker, if you like. Very good. Now, let's go back to our... by the way, if you want to see more detail besides cross-section, let's say you want to see sections going axially down the mandible, you go up to your wrench here in the axial window. Okay, let's click 6. Again, you can do different thicknesses. If you want to do the whole mandible, you see how it changes here, and it shows you it in every window. Click Done. And here you are. Again, you can toggle this up and down to bring your axial cross sections up and down. If you like, you can go to the Maximize button and just show all your sections. Okay. Now, since the toggle zoom button is highlighted, okay, let's get rid of this nerve. I left that up. You can toggle in and out in any window. If you want to remove some of the lines, in case they may be in your way, if you're looking at something minute, you can click that and that'll get rid of it. The toggle button, since it's highlighted, still work in and out. Toggle overlay. We can go back to here and you can hit restore, and that brings us back. You can go back to 1. Done. Now over here, what we'll do is we'll go back to our Explorer. Oh, and by the way, if you want to change window size, just left click, hold, and slide that in or out. Okay, you can do that with any particular window. This is really great, especially when showing patients how you're going to be treatment planning them. Go to the Explorer window, and here is your implant that was placed. Let's remove some of these planes here. Left click, left click. Now, whenever you are confused or you're not sure of the view you have, there's the Reset View button. On the top, you click that, and that brings you back to your original orientation. Left click, slide down. Again, you can see the lesion also too in the front. Okay, and there's lots of little fun gadgets. Top left here, that allows us to get an idea of how big an area is, and it gives us the actual dimensions and area within the circle. Okay, so there's a lot to the software. The software has a lot of detail and a lot of tools to help you manipulate a patient. Over here, if you want to take an image at any particular time, you hit the little camera in the corners and it'll save the image for you. You can go up to the top left and go 2D imaging, and there your pictures are saved. You can hit the bottom left button here and they align them all up down here for you. So, and it gives you the info. There's our, and over here it allows you to view, left toggle wheel in and out for detail. Okay. There's a little measurement ruler if you want to measure. Okay. Now, if you want to save an image or export the image, you go up to here to the top left, export image, and you can save it anywhere on your hard drive. There's also, if you want to print your image, it'll print right to your computer. Let's go back to 3D volume. Okay. I hope that was helpful. Again, I chose Planmeca because of the tremendous detail that you see in all the images and the diversity in the software that allows us to view in detail. And one of the really best things is that the software actually keeps getting better with upgrades that come every 4 to 6 months. Really makes a nice difference. I hope that was helpful. If there's any questions, please feel free to call me or email me at the office. Thank you.